And we are live. Let's go share this around. You thought I was done yesterday, but I'm back. Okay, I think I've got everything organized now. I'll give it just a couple minutes here for everybody to jump in. Um, it's a rainy and cloudy day in West Texas, but it's all sunshine for me because I opened my door. And what did I see? A box from UVS Games just for me. Yeah, this is awesome. So I appreciate UVS Games for sending me this box. Pre-release is starting now. You can go on play.uvsgames.com, find a store near you, sign up for a pre-release. I just played in mine last night. I was Cart Titan, went 2-1, lost my last match against Mikasa, Protective Friend. We had 11 of us for our pre-release. It was a very good time. So go and find a pre-release near you. Origins of Power officially releases November 9th. I opened my case yesterday. Stores got, I think, 3 cases per pre-release kit that they were allowed to sell early this time. So I opened my case last night on stream, and I did not get a Chrome. But today I opened my door. I've got a box from UVS Games. I have no patience, so I immediately come over here, set up my streaming stuff, and here we go. So without further ado, let's just tear into this thing. All right, Origins of Power. Comes with 24 packs. Every pack gets you a shiny card. Every pack comes with a character. The cards that you really want are secret rares and chrome rares. The chrome rares, there's only 500. And those are typically very, very expensive. The cards that I am personally looking for is Mikasa's Flying Knee Strike, an ultra rare. And I'm looking for defeating the Colossus Titan. Let me see. Let me grab my... This is from my case opening last night. Hey, where'd it go? I don't even see it. I put them somewhere else because those are my 2 Ymir cards. Well, what can you do? I put them, I remember now, I already sleeved them up and I put them with the rest of the Ymir deck, but I can't remember where that is. So let's jump into this. Pack 1, see what we get. And then every pack, I'll talk about one of these. Held at Gunpoint. I waited for this day because I knew this one time you definitely wouldn't lie. This is your precious succession ritual, isn't it? Kenny Ackerman. Sneak Attack. Do what I say, and it'll all be Gathering Supplies, Survey Corps Salute, Thunder Spear Demo, Out of Time, Kenny Ackerman the Ripper, Titan's Grasp, Moment of Peace, Suppressing Fire, Battle Plan. Oh, also shout out to UVS Games for this playmat with all of these different Attack on Titan manga panels put together here. Unforeseen Development, Airborne Assault, Eren Chooses Armin, Serum Transformation, Reflexive Shot, Intentions Made Clear, Sasha Blouse, the Greater Goal, Cabin Hideout, Close Combat Tackle, Betraying Marco. So yesterday I made a big deal about how I think that this is a top 10 card in the set and it's going to be crazy. So I won't talk about that anymore. For this pack, let's talk about Close Combat Tackle. It's a 3-diff, 0 low 4 throw. And it says your rival commits 1 asset or backup. In my Bertolt Living Warrior deck, I run 3 copies of this. I don't see any other Berts running this. I think that's kind of crazy. I think saying, hey, commit your vertical maneuvering equipment, commit your Cape of No Return, it can go a long way. It's also just going to be a 6 damage throw. It can help get your momentum started early for echo attacks like Tray Size. Just being a 3-diff, 4 damage throw, it's pretty good. Let's see. Let's put those over here. Did I talk about a card in the first pack? I don't think I did. I guess I'll talk about Thunder Spirit Demo from this first pack. It's very, very simple. Commit, clear a card from your card pool. But then if you have any way to like re-ready this, then you can use it again. Like a repeated 100% smash or something. I guess that doesn't share error, does it? But maybe your character does since it's error attuned. But any other ways to ready this up and then use it again. It's very air symbol-esque where we're clearing our card pool. It does not have unique. I could see somebody having 2 or 3 copies of this. They just never play on progressive. It's also going to unlock a lot of those air characters that say when you clear a card, you get something. Thinking like Sasha from Battle for Humanity. Marco, I think, from... No, not Marco. Jean from Battle for Humanity. Both characters will really, really like that. Okay, I can already see we got a good one. We got a Pearl here. Distracting Yell, Reflecting on Choices, Lop Off, Kenny's Surprise Attack, Coming to Terms, Citywide Celebration, Hanj Zo, 4 Eyes, The Ripper, Grisha's Forceful and Tragic Realization. Here we got the Ripper attacks. One thing that just got done recently is they have eroded this card to also have ranged or weapon. I can't remember which. Off the top of my head. Hold on, I got a little computer notification. But ranged or weapon so that it's playable in Kenny because it's Kenny on it. But you get to discard a card, force your rival to discard, and then it says if you give this a speed and damage bonus, your next attack gets 2/2. Effectively, this is like 11 stats on a 4-diff, and you can also force a discard. So it's gonna be pretty niche, but if you're playing a heavy discard deck, this is a very cheap way to do it. It'll probably end up seeing some play. We got Peyton, got to play Reiner for pre-release yesterday and got great backups and 2 copies of Soup. Inasa can also play Thunder Spirit or re-ready it. Yeah, exactly. We got a geez, Inasa can just re-ready it over and over and over again, right? No, he says refresh. He says refresh, which means something that hasn't been readied. So you only get it once or twice, but still pretty good. Brief Respites, Unraveling the Titans Mystery, Kenny Ackerman, The Coronation of Historia Rice. Nice. Is it Reese or Rice? Titans Under Orders, Jump into Action, Long Range Support. Let's put Ultra Rares over here. Brief Respite. This is the card. So I've been playing a lot of Fire Ymir lately, and this is the card that really unlocks it. Sacrifice a foundation, gain a health. It doesn't seem like much, but we have these characters like Tendi coming out in lower decks soon in December, just 1 month away. Gets +1 to her checks anytime she gains health. Ymir is getting 1 damage to all of her attacks that turn just for gaining health. It's a 1-diff, you know, on like I see a lot of Ymirs running Immortal Shapeshifter. That's a 2-diff. This is a 1-diff. We just have so many ways to gain health right now on the life symbol. That's definitely going to see a lot of play. So we get Passing On. Aaron chooses Armin. Levi chooses Irwin. This card came up huge in my pre-release. It is a common attack with powerful 4. That's all you need to know. I was playing Cart Titan, so adding 3 speed to something in pre-release typically just makes it unblockable. Then I would have all this momentum, and then I put a couple of these in my deck, and now I had a great momentum payoff to kill people. Survey Corp Salute, Cut Deep. This was also crazy in pre-release. Common Foundation, flip a foundation. If your attack deals damage to a character, your rival loses 2 health. So at pre-release, you could give, it's effectively like 2 damage on all of your attacks on a kill turn. I'm not sure if it's great outside of pre-release. Same with this, but like those are commons that you really want to see if you're playing this weekend. Sasha Blouse, Lethal Slash, Tavern Landing, Horseback Charge, no tact. I really like Lethal Slash. I opened 3 yesterday, so this gives me the play set. 2 check, draw 1 card. It resolves the second. You get to remove it. Let's talk about Tavern Landing here, though. This is a very, very neat common that I feel like a lot of people just look this over. It says, after you play this card, add 1 card from your stage to your hand. Now, we've seen this design a lot where it says add a foundation from your stage to your hand, but that's what makes Tavern Landing so cool. You can add an asset to your hand. You could add a backup to your hand, and then it flips back to being an attack, right? If it was a shift, right? If it was a shift backup, then it goes back to being an attack in your hand. You get to like, right, imagine that you form, commit, female Titan, go grab something, play this, hey, pick up your female Titan. Now you have female Titan attacks. Kind of a neat little uncommon here. If you're building characters into your stage, you could even pick those up. I'm not sure if there's any crazy retro combinations there, but something to think about, that it doesn't just say foundation. Held at Gunpoint, Unforeseen Development, Humanity's Hope, Serum Transformation, Deadly Pitch, Out of Time, Gene Kirstein, Skillful Maneuvers. This attack gets +4 speed. Remove, clear a card from your card pool, then you can't play it anymore. It's like Thunder Spear, but from your hand. Rank of Titans, Tragic Realization, Blow to the Head. The perfect rip. The perfect pull. Anti-Titan tactics, move forward, recuperation time, injured on the battlefield, defending family, attack Titans hardening, Gene, anti-personnel, personnel, vertical, maneuvering, equipment, Thunder Spear detonation, long range support, Grisha's attack Titan. Let's talk about Thunder Spear detonation. This is an uncommon that I think will actually find play in a lot of standard decks. After you play this powerful ability, draw 1 card, your next attack is 3 speed. So effectively, as long as you're able to play the powerful ability, this is an 8, right? It's 8, 13 stats on a 5 diff plus a draw card. That's very, very good. It is a 5 diff, but you could lead off like Dual Needle Lunge, put it into your momentum, and then use the Dual Needle Lunge. Next thing's getting speed, and you draw a card. It's doing just enough to where I think it's going to actually find play in standard decks. Let's see. Chaos in the Streets, Doing What Must Be Done, Defending Family, Titanic Showdown, Stakes Are High, Square Up, Mikasa Ackerman, Colossal Detonation, Stories Declaration, Titan in the Woods, Incapacitating Strike. This is the second Obsidian of the. I opened an Obsidian of this in my opening yesterday. You can see that this one has a very heavy print line going down. Let's see if my other one had that. This is the one I opened yesterday. This one's clean. This is the one I opened just now. You can see that print line on there. This is something we've been noticing with these boxes lately, is that on these foil cards, there is sometimes this heavy print line. Some people don't like that. Some people actually prefer it, right? People like it. It gives the card some additional flavor, you know. In one sense, it makes it more rare. So some people hate it. Some people prefer it. Anyway, But you can see that this is different art from the normal Colossal Detonation. We've got this blast going on in this area. You commit your character. When this attack resolves, destroy all foundations. I think this would go pretty cool in like Mimic, where, hey, let's destroy all of our foundations, but I get to keep my assets, which are basically foundations, and then you're just way ahead of your rival. I don't know how much play it'll end up seeing, but I'm definitely going to test it in Mimic. Let's put like Pearl and Obsidian down here. Let's see. Hunted down, lookout duty, strategic positions, stakes are high, boulder toss, Irwin's ruse, Bertolt, living weapon, offensive to retake Wall Maria, Titan training, adapting the plan, Titan in the woods. You know, one thing that when Battle for Humanity came out, the only non-shift backups were these 4 diffs, right? And then the 4 diffs weren't that great. They were playable in Hanj, but not really outside of Hanj. And so now we're getting these backups that are buildable, and they're 2 diff, 1 diff, 3 diff. They're much, much better. This one's very simple. It's only 2 stamina, but lose 1 stamina, ruin 1. So this thing can, over the course of a turn cycle, ruin 2, or your rival needs to attack into it. It's interesting. It's interesting. It could be like sneaky good here, actually. Does the art shift it as well, or is it just the foil line? I think it's just the line. It's just a heavy line. It definitely throws off the light like bouncing off of it. Let's see. Disrupting their plan, hunted down, armed shot, violent pursuit, sword toss, citywide celebration, Aaron Yeager, an ultra rare character. I've been playing a lot with this guy. I was playing him on fire. I was using like Go for the Win to build attacks into my stage. Or seizing the advantage to loop seizing the advantage. But now I've seen some order decks, or you can like pick up the new Haymaker attack into your hand. Determined Dive. 2 to 3. Defend the city. Cannon fire barrage. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how much play this ends up getting. I was using it in my Gene deck the other day. I have an all clear Gene where everything's focused on clearing as many as possible. I ended up on turn 3. I played 10 non-attack cards. So my last attack that I played got 6 damage. And Cannon Fire Barrage was one of them. Cleared it, drew 2. That's how I ended up just playing 10. And I was playing a lot of... well, I'll talk about it when I get there. The 3 diff that draws you a card and then lets you build the next foundation you play too. So that I could play a ton of non-actions. What is it? Gene gets a damage for every 2 non-actions you've played. Yeah, I had it up to where my last one got 6 damage. Inverted cut, move forward, coming to terms, resolute advance, attack titans hardening, secret identity, Queen Historia. Forced to surrender, push the advantage, too big to contain. I was thinking about this card quite a bit, actually. Like, I wonder if it would be really good in decks where you can play it, draw 2 cards, and then play something else, and then clear this from your card pool. Because it stays in your card pool, but if you have some way to clear it, then it effectively, right, you're discarding 1 to draw 2. And it has this remove, commit 1, rival foundation, which sometimes, you know, wins you a game. Piercing drive, doing what must be done, aimed. Is this armed or aimed? Aimed. Aimed shot, growing unease, sword toss, close call, Irwin, Titan swarm, hard to kill, horseback charge, blow to the head. Okay, horseback charge was that card that I was talking about. This is awesome in the new Gene. Uncommon, sacrifice a ready foundation, draw a card, and build the next foundation. you play this turn. I think this is a very good 3 diff. Helps you dig for attacks. You can sacrifice a face down, build in a powerful foundation from your hand. It's a nice 1 low block. I think we're going to see that find some standard play. It's okay that it's 2 speed because it's a low. Injured on the battlefield, swinging slam, strategic positions, Irwin's Ruse, Connie, Levi's rapid takedown. We have our second ultra rare of the box here. This one's not doing too much, but if you're playing like a Genkai throw deck or something, it's a 3/5 throw, stun 1, and then your next attack gets 3 damage. So if you're playing like all throws, it's almost like an 8 damage throw in a sense. It'll find play. I'm not sure if it needed an ultra rare, but it's good enough. Inverted cut, Prelude to Destruction. This one came up big for me in my pre-release. After you check or mill an attack, add that attack to your hand. Flushed from Hiding, People Like Us, Resolute Advance, Unraveling the Titan Mystery, Historia Rice. Oh, is this defeating? Defeating the Colossus Titan! The secret rare that I wanted. 6/6. Lose X health. This attack gets X speed. X cannot be greater than 5. So it can be an 11 high 6 in Ymir. This thing just, if your rival never hits you and you're still at full health or something, hey, you get to lose 5 health. That's going to get you gaining the health and getting your attacks to get massive damage. It also gets 4 damage if you have less than half. It also has powerful 3. It's just a very, very good starter. Again, when I'm going in for a kill, I want my starter to be fast and high damage because I want my rival to either eat it or they spend a lot of resources and I can maybe kill them. I want to put them in a very difficult situation, and this card is the one that does it in Ymir, right? I don't want to send out a puny 4-5 damage move as my opener where they're just allowed to take it. You know, I want them blocking early while my attacks damages are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The secret rare I wanted, defeating the Colossus Titan. Very happy with this pull. Also, look at how freaking pretty that card is. It's like coming off the page. Anyway, it just feels like you're in the world with this art. Okay, if I open a knee strike, then this is the perfect box. This is exactly the box that I wanted. Well, I guess a perfect box would have a chrome. We'll see. We still have a chance. Armin, Beast Titan attacks. Nice. This goes immediately in all of those 4-check tribal decks. It's a 1 high block. You can sacrifice an asset or backup, give it throw, 8 damage throw. Even if it's not a throw, this is pretty good stats for a 7 diff. For a 7/4. It wouldn't be good stats for a 7/3, but for a 7/4, 14 stats is about what you'd expect. So sometimes you can give it throw. And then on the back, it can go pick itself up. Add a ranged attack from your discard pile to your hand. So this is a ranged. If you're playing 4 copies of this, that's enough range to probably always be able to just go Beast Titan, pick up a Beast Titan. I think this could be, it's definitely one of the top 10 cards in the set. Okay, we still have 3 ultra rares to go. And I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 packs. 1 out of every 3 packs here should get me one. What is it, 3? Should I start doing the thing? Survey Corps Elite, Close Combat Tackle, Forceful Negotiator, Inverted Cut, Prelude to Destruction, Sword Toss, People Like Us, Resolute Advance, Close Call, Levi Ackerman, Fight for Truth, another ultra rare. At the start of the end phase, mill 3, add 1 card milled this way to your hand. So this can be used at either end phase, which is really, really neat. So if you use it during your end phase, you're adding a card to your hand, and you effectively got to increase your hand size. And you get to choose, right, of those 3, which comes into your hand, you know, the best defensive card. Or you can use this at the start of your rival's end phase to look at 3 cards and try and find an attack. And then, of course, you know, it doesn't add to your hand size when you do it on your rival's turn because then you're going to draw up to your hand size. You're doing it before you draw up to your hand size. But it's helping you see an extra 2 cards, basically. So if you're a 7-hander, now you got to look at 9 cards and keep your attacks, you know. Very, very good card. I see that being a 1x or a 2x in a lot of Chaos decks. Pierce the Leg. Murderous Escalation. Thunder Spear. Planning a Coup. Reflexive Shot. Intentions Made Clear. Levi. Short Range Shot. Grisha's Transformation. Thunder Spear Detonation. Adapting the plan. Not too bad. Any interesting cards in here I haven't talked about? I guess this one, it's not much. It's just a 1-diff. Sacrifice for -1 speed. Hey, sometimes you need a destruction outlet. Order kind of struggles for solid destruction outlets. Destroying one for -1 speed is not nothing. I think it's a perfectly fine card. I can see a lot of decks, even in standard, running 1 or 2 just to have some way to destroy your cards. The perfect pull. Distracting Yell, Gathering Supplies, Cleaning Duty, Kenny Ackerman's Surprise Attack, Opening Maneuver, Crash to the Floor, Hunch, Scavenged Rifle Shot. There we go. Speaking of better backups, this is probably the best backup in the set. Sacrifice, add a Fury attack from your discard pile to your hand. Also just a nice 1 low block. Also, it's a Titan, so if you're playing this in like Aaron, this can give your attacks damage. Yeah, probably the best one, and it's 6 stamina, which is not nothing. This does not cost stamina. So if your rival attacks this backup and they only deal 5 damage and they leave you at 1, hey, you get to go grab a Fury attack. So it's pretty high stamina for a form that's utterly free. Grabbing any Fury attack from your discard pile to your hand is well worth a 2-def. Probably the best backup. Spinning Slash, Massive Abnormal Titan, Improvised Anchor Shot, Airborne, Lop Off, Anti-Personnel Shots, Recuperation Time, Making Preparations, Reinforcements, Irwin, Wrongful Kidnapping. This, I think, is going to go very, very hard. And this is one of the 10. I'm running a contest right now. A deck building contest. If you sign up to be a supporter, send in a deck. The winning deck, the most competitive and the most, what would you say, like flavorful, like the coolest deck that's also very competitive is going to win one of every single lower decks challenger decks. That's like $140 value. After you gain health, this attack is +1 or -1 damage. We already saw with Brief Respite that we can gain lots of health. Immortal Shapeshifter can gain health. We're hitting like a, what would you say, a very high ratio of life cards that gain health. So you can see this thing giving like 3 damage to all of your attacks, or like -3 damage to your rival's attacks. I think it's going to be quite good, but you have to build around it. It's not just a foundation that you just put into your deck on a whim. It's something you put in if you're like very purposefully building it. Prelude to Destruction, Piercing Dive, Passing On, Growing Unease, Brief Respite, Close Call, Armin. What did we get? The Ripper. Devour, Titan's Rush. So we have a Pearl Ripper and a normal Ripper. I think I also opened a Pearl one of these last night, so now I've got two of these in Pearls. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ultra rares. We should have one more ultra rare left and possibly a chrome. Frenzied Dash, Buying Time, Soup, Flush from Hiding, Pierce the Leg, Boulder Toss, People Like Us, Unraveling the Mystery, Frontal Bombardment, Zeke, our last ultra rare, Colossus SWAT, 5 low 5, build 2. They go away at the end. It's also got Powerful 4. I opened 2 of those yesterday, so that gives me my 3rd. Now I've got to make a Colossus SWAT deck. see if we can get a chrome. Crushing Step, Desperate Plea, Rank, Murderous, Shots, Cut Deep, Opening Maneuver, Deadly Pitch. Connie's Sword Strike. Goes perfect with Thunder Spear Demo. Clear this thing, put it into your momentum. 4 height 8. If you can play this and give it some speed, it's going to be very, very solid. It also says before this attacks block step. So even if you're playing this in like Mikasa, like the first one, if you play this and then you clear your other attack and then you're giving it speed with Mikasa, could be very, very good. Then when you clear this, it goes into your momentum. You could pay that off with like a Walk the Dog. Powerful 3. I think Mikasa is probably back. That character got eroded to be weapon only. Kind of took it from being majorly competitive to just like a little competitive. And I think Mikasa's probably going to end up being back. Chaos in the Streets, Planning a Coup, Reinforcements, Reiner, down, not out. I want to see this thing be good. I want to see somebody run all of these high difficulty attacks and say minus or plus 10 damage or minus or plus 6 damage. I want to see somebody stack their deck with a 13 difficulty attack and say plus 13 damage, you die because of this card. So it's very, very interesting. It's a momentum cost. You're milling. It's kind of random, very chaos-esque. But I could see a deck that builds around it being good. It's also one of the 10 cards I chose for my deck building contest. Jump into Action, No Tact, Tavern Landing, Humanity's Hope, Disrupting Their Plans, Titanic Showdown, Cleaning Duty, Violent Pursuit, Square Up, Kenny Ackerman, the Ripper. We've got a very Kenny box here. We have our Kenny, we have our Ripper, and we have our Pearl one here. So there you go. This is just a Kenny. This is just a Kenny kind of box. And our last shiny here is Flying Takedown. Throw, mill 1, X damage. X equals the block modifier. So it could be like a 7 damage, 9 damage throw. Pretty solid. If you're running an all throw deck, most of your block modifiers are going to be like 3, right? Like if you're putting like an order fire character or something. A lot of throws have 3 block modifiers. So an 8 damage throw. Play this first. Maybe make this an 11 damage throw. Throw decks are eating pretty well. So there you go. That's what you get in a box of Attack on Titan. You get 6 Ultra Rares, Coronation, Levi's Rapid Takedown, Beast Titan Attacks, Ripper Arrives, Colossus SWAT, and Fighting for Truth are our 6 Ultra Rares. You get 1 Pearl in your box. The Ripper Arrives. Every 2 boxes gets you an Obsidian. So we got an Obsidian Colossus Detonation. I'll take that. And then every box gets you at least 1 Secret Rare. Defeating the Colossus Titan. I think the best of the Secret Rares personally. I think it's a top 5 card in the set. Happy to pull this one because this gives me my second one and now I don't have to buy them. And I think they could be like, you know, 30, 40 bucks. Then you'll get 1 foil character. I think every 2 boxes comes with an alt art character. We did not get an alt art, but we did get an Obsidian. So I think you either get an Obsidian or an alt art character. Don't quote me on that though. Maybe it's possible to get both. And then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 different rares. Anyway, this was a good box. This is probably my best pull. And this one right here, these are probably the 2 pulls I'm happiest about. This one's pretty solid. I am personally, like, we have these pearls and obsidians that are like an ode to the manga. I think that pearls look gorgeous. I'm not a big fan of obsidians. Now, a lot of people are directly opposite of me. They like the obsidians more than the pearls. Personally, I'll sell my obsidians, but I'm going to be buying other people's pearls. I love to get a playset of a pearl. So that's it for me. That was this box. Thank you for sticking around. If you haven't yet, go and join my deck building competition so that you can possibly win one of every Lower Decks Challenger deck. And then next Saturday, this is your 1 week warning. We are having a community webcam circuit event with big prizing on the line. The top 4 get auto invites to the December webcam circuit championship, where $3,000 will be given out. Yes, you heard me right. $3,000. That's a lot of money. Top 4 from next weekend's event gets to go to that $3,000 16-player invitational. You are not going to want to miss that. It's going to be streamed on Tam's Twitch if you can't play, but it's going to actually be played in my Discord. So if you go to my Discord, you'll see a chat area for the webcam circuit event. You'll see the event link, and you can go and sign up. Highly encourage it.